Shit, go ahead.
Yo, Orly, bro, he's the best barber, bro, since 2015, bro.
Ja Uno is. What is he talking about? So 4-year anniversary, the Cut Barbershop. Already know, shout out to the Yellow Cord podcast. Shooting this. Let's get lit, baby.
I promise y'all, man, they thought it was over. Yo, sometimes you gotta do a rough draft for it to be a better draft.
Exactly.
You feel me? Let's go.
Let's get it.
That Yellow Poppy, that Yellow Cord, episode 10, Orly, let's go.
Let's get it. Come activo.
All right, man. Listen, y'all now tune into the Yellow Cord. I'm your host, that Yellow Poppy. This is episode 10. For everybody that's been showing love from the first episode, man, I want to go ahead and give y'all a round of applause. We started from the mud with episode 1. We at episode 10 now, well over 500 followers. We're getting thousands of views on the reels. So listen, if you don't hit that follow button, best believe you're going to see me regardless.
Oof. Oof.
That's how I'm coming.
Let's get it.
That's how I'm coming.
Yes.
All right? But before I get into the topics, discussing with you and all that, I got a couple bills I got to pay.
Okay.
The promo been popping and the DM's been rocking since I've been saying I've been shouting them out. So first and foremost, I messed up on your shout out last week. I'm going to go ahead and grant you a free one for the next episode, man. Shout out Sam, I've been cooking.
Boom.
Your local producer out here in Lancaster, man. He got a $30 beats, or if you want, buy 5 beats for $100. If you're an independent artist that's trying to start your music career, just fund your craft and all that. He's a well-popping, known producer out here in Lancaster County. You see what I'm saying? I might have to use one of his beats for when these rappers feel comfortable enough to kick a freestyle on here.
That'll be nice.
Shout out to you. Another person I got to give a shout out to, man, is Matt Lane, Lord of the Game. Shout out House of Games next to Infinito's Pizza at Plaza Boulevard. Listen, you're always blessing me with the free shakes. I know you got that wrestling event coming up, and just know me and you've been talking, and your interview is coming soon.
Oof. Let's get it.
All right, what number is that? That's number 2
Yep.
of the business. All right, number 3, I got to go ahead and give a shout out to J&L Mobile Pub. Ooh. Shout out Bridget with the bartending. Listen, if you need somebody to be your personal bartender with a party, barbecue, wedding reception, whatever, she's starting her local business. If you got a personal little menu item, you go ahead and, book her, hit her up, man. She's well known in the city for making some delicious drinks, and I'm telling you right now, she's doing her thing. Another person I'm going to give a shout out to. There's a lot of shout outs, man.
Yo.
They be showing love. Listen,
No,
they
that's
believe
what's up,
they
though.
believe in the platform.
Exactly,
but
bro.
Another person I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to, man, is Orly, man. At the Cut Barbershop. We here. Episode 10. Let's get it,
bro.
Let's get it.
10. How you feel about episode 10, bro?
I ain't going to lie to you, man. I didn't think I was going to get this type of traction.
That's
After,
crazy.
not that I didn't think.
Didn't believe in yourself, but
I believed in myself. I just didn't think I would get the amount of support that I'm getting locally.
that's what's up, bro.
So shout out to y'all. And like
Yes,
I
sir.
said, them real views is higher than the follower count, but just know that you're gonna see me regardless.
Exactly.
But anyway, so back to you. I want the people to know that it is your 4-year anniversary.
Yeah, man. 4
Entrepreneur,
years.
father.
Yes, sir.
I want to let everybody know how you got to where you at now. From the mud and me personally knowing you, of having nothing to having everything you got, because God has
Right.
blessed you.
Yes, sir.
So just let the people know, man, how you got interested into, being a barber.
Damn.
Like
that's
whether it
crazy.
was passed down, was it a natural talent, or, your whole progression into where you're at today.
Yeah, man. First things first, thank you, God, man. Because without him, none of this shit is possible. None of this. So, yeah, man. It all started with a dream for real. Like, I used to be in high school. I used to draw a lot. You feel me? So I used to have the art. I used to have the passion for this. So,
With your hands.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
being detailed
Yeah,
and all
bro, I
that.
was
Had a
like
light
that.
hand,
Yeah, bro.
drawing and all that.
And one of my buddies, Byron, shout out to Byron. You already know, that's my man's right there. He seen that talent in me like way before. He was like, yo, bro, you got to be like a tattoo artist, barber, something, because you're an artist. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's crazy, because, my grandfather and my dad in Puerto Rico, they're both barbers. And my grandfather's brother as well. It's like chains of barbers in my family.
Generation on generation of talent.
Yes, exactly, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, man, like after that it was like thinking like what do I do with this talent? You feel me? So I started working, just trying to like get to the money, like not even focusing on talent itself.
Trying to get a start at life.
Yeah, just
basically.
trying to, I'm about to graduate. I got to have a job. I got to pay my insurance. I got to help mom out.
Yeah.
So I started at Eden. Byron, once again, helped me out to get an Eden. And we were working for $2 an hour, plus tips. It used to be good, sometimes bad, but we used to make it work, you feel me? And
when you say, my bad to cut you off,
Nah,
when you say bussing, is that like cleaning the tables,
cleaning
being a
tables,
waiter,
bro. Yes,
and all
sir.
that?
You were the waiter's worker. So if the waiters at the end of the night wanted to tip you, then that's what you're getting tipped.
Okay.
You feel
And
me?
what was your guaranteed check off that $2
Bro,
an hour?
That $2 an hour. So we'll get by that. It was like a bi-weekly check.
Hey, so you're
like $88.
No way.
Bro.
No way.
$88.
$88,
facts.
bro, for 2 weeks.
Yo, facts, bro.
But you made a killing off the
tips, right? Yeah, we had to make
because
like
the Eden Resort is a high-end hotel
it's really
spot.
high end. Shout out
you know?
to Eden Resort as well, because you already know, man. They believed in me when I didn't. So, yeah. Long story short, couple years passed by. I'm like, yo, I gotta make more money. $2 ain't it, bro. Like I gotta pay more stuff now. So I go to Giants. I become like the bakery manager, and they also believe in me. Like when I didn't believe in myself is what I'm saying. So like I had potential in everything I did. I just didn't like believe in myself. So when it came to me working at Giants, I'm like, all right, I'm about to graduate. I got to do something like forever thing. You feel me? So I tell my brother, Eliel, I was like, yo, bro, I want to get into this mechanic school in Exton, PA. It's called UTI, Universal Tech Institute.
Yeah, like Votech and
Yeah,
shit
it's a
like that. When it
Votech
comes to
school.
cars, collision, how to
Exactly.
do oil
They teach
changes
you all
and
that,
shit.
yeah.
If you don't know how to do that by yourself, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, real
you
shit.
need some people around you that's gonna look out.
You don't need school for
Listen,
that, bro. You
because
don't need
we
school
all
for that.
know as Puerto Ricans, we like to slam the Hondas and the mopeds and all that. So if you don't know how to be good with your hands,
You're not Puerto Rican.
listen,
You're Spanish.
nah, just follow your craft in the trade, man.
Yo, for real, YouTube too, man. YouTube
Yeah,
helped
I'm a
me out.
YouTube star. Listen, I saved a lot of money YouTubing how to
YouTubing
fix certain
everything.
repairs on my car.
You're real
And they be
shit.
trying to get you. The part be like $10, $20 sensor or something. You take it to your local garage or whatever, and they
200.
hitting you. The dealer, don't even take it over there. But that's on a completely different topic. So you went to the UTI.
Yeah,
And when you was
man.
at the UTI, did
Well,
you finish it? Did you like
I didn't
stop
even-
doing it? Or?
So I went to apply for it, and my brother paid for the application fee. I will never forget that. Like, again, people that didn't believe in me, you feel me? And he went ahead, paid for the application. I got accepted. Day one comes, I'm like, I don't want to do it. The thing is, like, if you start it, you got to finish it. So, and then
And
you
it ain't
gotta-
cheap.
It ain't cheap, bro. So I'm like, yo, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to be a mechanic, get my hands dirty, in the sense of like, dark nails. I wasn't that type of person.
Scratched up knuckles, calluses,
that.
all that. Yeah.
Shout out to the people that do that. Like, no shame to that. But that wasn't me. You feel me? So,
Hey, it is what it is.
hey, some people like their hands
Some
dirty.
people
You
like
feel
to do
me?
it. Some people don't.
Exactly. So then I'm like, nah, that's not it. I could tell he wasn't okay with it, but he would still be like, all right, cool, that's not what you want to do. What you want to do.
He seen more in you.
Yeah, bro.
So he's like, I'd
Come on,
rather
bro.
you try it for yourself,
For yourself.
first, and
Yeah,
then if
bro.
you grasp that love. So talking about grasping that love, how'd you end up getting the love of being a barber, of wanting to get that interest in barbering?
Oh man, so bro, my sister came home one day, a bag full of clippers, trimmers, hair dryers, bro, a mannequin. I'm like, bro, where you got all this from? Long story short, she was like, yo, I go to American Beauty Academy. I just signed up. You should sign up too. Mind you, I'm graduating like in 2 weeks. I'm like, I think I want to do that. My dad do it. You know, I guess she embedded that in me in the sense of like, yo, bro, I think you should do it. And, you know, what's cool to like, be in barber school, us too. So I did it. I graduated. Shout out to Tyreek, first of all. Tyreek Jackson, you already know, man. Sharper Image. He believed in me again.
Listen, for those of y'all that don't know who that name is, I'll tell you who that name is.
You know that name.
Listen, if
that
you know
name.
Sharper Image in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, you know Tyreek Jackson. Tyreek, shout out Mr. Jackson. You already know your episode coming soon. I'm pulling up. I actually had to pull up on him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
man.
yeah, but we'll talk about it in your episode. Don't worry about that. He
damn.
actually has a barber institute.
Yeah,
I think it's called like
Philly.
Premier Barber Institute.
Yeah,
Okay.
Premier Barber Institute.
Shout
bro.
out to
Shout
you.
out to him, bro. Always love, man, with him, bro.
So how you got in ties with him?
Bro,
Like, how
he
you-
was my teacher, bro.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. You know what? A lot of people come in here, they be like, damn, your fade is like clean. I'll be like, they be like, oh, like who you learn from? I'll be like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I just watched Tyreek. My barbers back in the day, bro, they were sharp. AI from Florida, you already know AI. Tú eres el duro, papi. El duro de los duros. Shout out to AI. And also Ant, bro. Ant from, I think his barbershop is on Lincoln Highway. It's called Barber Rangers, something like that. Barber Rangers. Shout out to him. He was my barber as well.
So these are all people that influenced you
in barber. Exactly.
You know
bro.
what Mr. Tyreek Jackson said? And this quote stood to me every single time. Shout out to you. He says, it's not the tools, it's the technique. So when you say, yo, when people is telling you, yo, your fade is stupid clean, I think about that quote and how it correlates with what you're saying. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
damn,
true.
that's some
It's
real
true.
shit. So you went to the Barber Academy, right?
Yeah, I graduated. Then Alex from Chestnut.
My shop.
My shop. You already know, bro. Shout out to him.
Believe it or not, Alex came from Who's Next?
Who's Next,
Under
yeah.
Flacco.
Yes, he
Shout out
did.
Flacco.
Yeah,
J. Valentine Barber.
Nasty too. Nasty.
Yeah. He's
Nasty,
always going
bro.
to the barber
Barber show,
expos
yep,
and all
yep,
that.
yep.
He actually has a nice little social media following. He
Yeah.
actually has a beard
Beard,
conditioning
oil. Oh, that's
oil
tough.
line or whatever, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, we gotta check that out.
I think it's like Dead Stock Beards or some shit like that. I don't know. Yo, listen, if you want to sponsor one of the episodes, let me try that
Yeah,
some
that
of
beer.
it out.
Yo,
Feel
we'll
me?
try it
And I'll
over
be
here,
in
bro.
here, porque tú sabes. I'm bald now. You feel me?
Yo, we'll get that.
And I
beard
got the
nice,
cut
bro.
here. Shout out James too.
So shout out to James Ortega as well.
So you went to my
But
shop.
I went to my shop. He gave me a job before I even graduated, to be honest. And Gus, he's my cousin, and he was like, I guess Al was looking for somebody to cut, and Gus was like, yo, listen, I got a cousin that's about to graduate barber school. I think he'll be a perfect fit for you. And he was like, let's do it. And I linked up. I was shaking like a leaf, bro. Shaking.
Because you're
like
nervous,
I'm
yeah. Because,
nervous.
bro, the responsibility's in your hands, literally.
Yeah, bro. You're in a barbershop, bro. That's really where you're going to get that heat.
That pressure.
Yeah, barber school ain't nothing. Like, barber school, they treat you like you're in school, you feel me?
Yeah, it's like they expect you to fuck up at barber school.
Exactly, bro.
So
And
it's not a high expectation
No,
when you're
at
in there.
all.
They'd be like, wait, $5 cuts for a
Yeah.
whole cut? Oh, yeah, I know my line or something,
gonna be
but I'm going to pay the $5.
yeah, I'm still
I'ma pay the
I'ma
fine,
still be
homie.
there, bro. Yeah, bro. So, yeah, man. I started. Shout out to Carlos, my cousin as well, man. These are people that again influenced me to be a barber. He was the first head I cut in the shop, in Al's shop, and again, bro, I'm shaking like a leaf.
Right.
I'm shaking, cause I'm trying to show the owner like, yo, I could do this. I'm nice, mind you. I just graduated, bro. I'm like.
From
I'm
the barber
booty.
school.
Yeah, I'm booty,
So,
bro.
so when you graduate barber school, right? Because there's certain requirements before you get your barber's license. For those that are like looking into becoming barbers and all that, you go, you complete the school. Is there a certain amount of like hours you need? Some type of vouch from a barber owner, whatever, that be like, okay, I think he's ready. Bam, here's his license.
Right. No. So actually, like you complete barber school, you got to complete 1,250 hours of barber school. Once you complete that, you graduate, you get a diploma. I think now you get like a 9-month temporary license where you could go to like a barbershop and be like, hey, listen, I got a temporary license. I could work here until I get my license. Some barbershops, they'll be like, yeah, that's cool. Or some shops will be like, nah, I'm good. Because again, it's like a student, you feel me?
So they saying nah, they good because they don't want to fuck up their like
bro, it's an
foot
image
traffic
too.
and all?
Yeah, bro, it's an image that you're willing to like put in jeopardy because you're about to have a student barber. Mind you, everything with ratings and barber like in Google, all that matters at the end of the day.
And I ain't gonna hold you. The culture in the barbershop.
Yeah,
word
bro.
goes around quick.
Easily, bro.
Anything that you do,
Oh my
what you hear
God.
from the street,
Yeah.
who's messing with who, whatever you money
That's
wise.
true, bro.
Listen,
You're
there's a
listening to it
lot
in
of
the shop,
talking
bro.
at the barbershop.
Yes, you are,
All right,
bro.
so
Yes.
I could just only imagine if you fuck up somebody's hairline,
Bro.
and you're the talk of the town because you're not just representing that barbershop, you're representing yourself. So
yeah.
one barbershop gets word, and then the other barbershop is telling people from the other barbershop, and it's like, don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
And that
Yup.
could really like
Easily.
affect your clientele and all
Yeah,
that.
and affect you as a barber itself, bro.
So when did you realize, or when did you started being like, you know what, I ain't nervous no more, let's get busy, and then you got the groove of things? How long did it take? 6 months?
No, a year, bro.
A year.
A year. Like of me. All right, so the thing is, I used to be at that shop. Like, the thing that helped me out was how strict he was. In a sense, I'm not saying that in any bad way. At the moment, I was young.
And you was talking about Alex.
Exactly.
Okay. Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to Al. Always love, bro. He believed in me again when nobody believed in me. So that's something I will always credit him about. But he, as strict as he was and as young as I was, it didn't impact me because he will always be there like on some like, you got to be here at 9. You got to close. Like when the time on the door says 6, that's when we close. You feel me? So the level of strictness in a sense of like, you got to be here, affected me as a barber on some like, you know what? The outside world right now don't matter.
Your habits.
Yeah.
Your behavior.
Anything.
How you
Yeah.
how you give good customer service.
Yes, bro.
Based off the structure
Yes, yes,
of your habits.
Yup.
So if you book somebody at 7:30,
Yeah, I gotta be there.
He don't want you after 7:30.
Exactly.
If anything, he wants you there at 7:10.
7:10. Yeah, bro. Which,
Clean up your
again,
clippers, get your
yeah.
station right for the day, whatever.
Yeah, bro.
7:30 come, let's get to the money.
Again, and then that's something else, like how clean he was with everything. You know, you used to go. You feel me? You seen how
Yeah.
clean everything was.
I used to go there. You used to be there.
Yeah, Pito, shout out to
Pito
Pito.
used to be there. Wilbel.
Wilmel, you
used to be
already know.
there.
Yeah.
James.
James.
Shout out James. He's not here with us today.
Yeah.
He's my barber here.
Yes, sir.
So if you're wondering why I get this clean coco, buffed out, shining
James
and all
Ortega,
that, it's
baby.
James Ortega.
Yes, sir.
Having
man.
somebody like James Ortega in your store, in your shop, right?
Bro.
What blessing is that towards you? Because I know he used to be a barber owner. He sold. He ended up
Exactly.
being the guy behind the chair. Just
Yeah.
being able to play his role and not try to
Right.
exceed.
You know what's crazy? That's crazy how you asked me that because I felt like I asked him that not that long ago. And I asked him like, yo, bro, listen, like, why you didn't want to keep that barbershop? You feel me? Like, because I love this. You feel me? I love having my own space.
The ownership.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Es mío,
Feel me?
puñeta, ¿me entiendes? Como que, y al final del día, how he broke it down, it is a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work, especially when you hire barbers that you got to be on top of. Luckily, I got blessed, bro. I got Jaciel Ja Uno. You already know. Shout out to Ja Uno, one of the best barbers right now. The young generation, ain't nobody. You already know, man. Shout out to Ja Uno because, again, it's somebody I used to cut.
There he is.
You
There he
already
Hold
know,
on. Let
baby.
me
Shout
drop a
out to
bomb
Ja.
on that.
You already know.
Listen, when I first started coming here,
You already know. He was here.
Yeah, he was here.
was here,
Shout
bro.
out to you.
Yes, sir.
I was thinning up top.
Yeah.
We gonna keep it a buck. I used to do the hold on. I used to have the Donald Trump
Yes,
outside. So I went from one person I was getting the hairline enhancements with. He just
It was-
whatever. And it was good. He was good. You know what I'm saying? But not to talk crazy
no,
about
yeah.
that situation. I try to put James D
To
on-
that
to that routine.
enhancement.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, I see Josiel like on the side right there. I think he had the kiss
Yep.
or
You
the
had
topic.
kiss.
I think
Yeah.
I was getting topic.
Topic. Yes, you was. You was getting topic, nigga. Then he put you up to the kiss. He's like, yo, bro, listen. That is not the
Sally
way.
Beauty. Listen, I need a sponsorship.
Yo,
you
we
heard?
need sponsors up
But
in here.
anyway, so I was telling James like, yo, listen, they got to be like this. They'll put the
Mm-hmm.
hairline, match it with the hairline, put the hairspray down.
Right, so
Don't
it
make
can
it
stick
too
down, yeah.
dark.
Right.
I like a little fade. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Anyway, long story short, Josiel was getting busy with the whole kith,
Yeah,
and you know
bro.
everybody started going with him, looking real sharp. So
Crazy,
shout out to
right?
you, man.
Yeah, bro. Again, I got blessed with barbers, bro, that I didn't have to put my all into them. Like, at least with Josiel, yeah, like at the beginning, it was like, you know, he started like me. He reminded me of myself so much, bro, because I'll be like, damn, now I understand Al. You feel me? Like how he used to be on top of me. Like I was young, like I think I
And
knew
you're
it
like
all.
in his shoes now.
Now I'm
and
in
then
his
it's like
shoes.
looking at a mirror like, oh, shit.
Yeah, bro.
Like 10, 20 years ago, that was me.
That was me, bro. That
I'll
was me, bro.
leave for the weekend. I don't even
Yes,
want
bro.
to cut, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying that's what
I
he
wanna
did.
know exactly,
But
but
it's just the behaviors of
the-
barbers where they think that the money's going to guarantee
always be
come.
there. And bro, you got to put in your time, and that's something he did. You feel me? He was here, motivated. Oh, he still is. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out James.
Shout
man.
out to James, though, man. Like,
All right, I'm going to go ahead and give him a round of applause.
yeah, give him a round of applause, bro. James been a big impact in my life since the basement, since I left. You know, COVID happened, so back to me working at our shop. COVID happened. I go home because you couldn't cut. You feel me? So I just start doing my own thing in the basement. I start cutting my personal clients with masks, everything chilling.
Because we
And,
was on the shutdown.
Yeah,
and
shut
all
down.
that,
Yeah, you couldn't really cut. Like it wasn't like we didn't want to cut. It's just you couldn't cut at the moment.
COVID. The
Yeah,
personal
bro.
clientele was going to the basement.
You feel me?
And
yeah,
then that way
trying to
you
get
don't
to the-
you don't be rusty and shit like
Bro,
that.
yeah, and then bills gotta get paid too. You feel me?
A lot of y'all took that PPP loan and blew it, and it's showing
y'all
right
niggas
now.
is some bullshitters, Brody.
It's showing now.
It's showing.
A lot of y'all ain't around now. Y'all ain't popping
Yeah,
bottles
y'all
no
ain't doing
more.
nothing.
Y'all not buying no more Frenchies. Y'all not doing nothing.
No,
I'm
yo,
sorry, and it's showing. Keeping it a buck.
You wanna
I'm
say-
still around because I've been getting to the fucking money.
Chicken, bro.
I'm sorry.
The hard way, bro.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
man.
that's what
Basement-
happens, man. Some of y'all need to be humble, for
Yeah,
real,
bro,
in certain
humble.
situations.
Yeah, in a lot of situations.
And a lot of that behavior correlates with being a barber because
Yeah, man.
they come in, not to say to I'm gonna be an accountant for what you do,
no,
right?
pero
Pero you being the owner, and you see not just, I'm not saying like here for an example, you're an owner, you see a new barber come in, they come in with the Yeezys, the
Yeah.
Balenci, pero you ain't got no crib, you're not
No
investing
está
on nothing,
invirtiendo,
you know. So
papi.
is that type of knowledge, that type of type of game that you try to influence into these barbers that you're interacting with, if they're
Yeah.
under you?
Yeah, bro. Again, shout out to James because he set me up for this, bro. He'll be putting me on to stuff that I didn't know. That now I'm put on to Jasiel, Carlito. Shout out to Carlito, Barber, Los.
Shout out Bubbash.
Shut Bubba's. You already know, baby.
Bubbash, I know you about Bubbash.
Yeah, exactly. Bubba. Everybody know about
And
Bubba's.
and the thing about Bubbash too, he started. I think he was going to Amit.
Ahmed, exacto.
Okay, shout out to Amit, another good barber.
Yo, the Cutting Edge Barber School, again, a great barber school if you want to attend to do your next future, bro. And it's local here in Lancaster, the Cutting Edge Barbershop.
I called Bubbash a couple times walking from the academy down there, walking up here
Yeah.
to then put more time.
Yeah.
He actually, when I asked him, I was like, yo, Bubba, you know, ever since COVID, haircuts is like 60,
Yeah, bro.
40, 50.
Bro, we getting paid, bro.
Yeah, but barbers get paid. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you gotta build that clientele up, right? So I said, yo, Bubba, like, what's the price? He said, real rap, bro. And Bubba is a genuine cool,
person, bro.
wholesome person.
Yeah,
he
man.
said, yo, no bullshit, bro. I can't charge that. He said, I can charge that. It's
But I
easy to
don't.
get that here because there's footwork here. There's
Yeah, man.
clientels and there's people that, you know, that if I'm not filling an appointment, you know, I could get that.
No, you easily.
He said 30. 30, bro. For a full cut. I said, damn, I'm paying 30 for a baldy.
Damn.
Plus tips.
Exacto.
Like, shit.
That's a 40 piece.
But, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah,
40
you're right,
piece, bro.
40. So, how did you end up getting in the shop? From being the barber? Because you was with Al for how many years?
Bro. Oh, my God, bro. That's an insane, like, story right
No,
there,
but
bro.
listen, you was at
Yeah,
Al.
so I'm at Al's
it was
for 7
Al.
years.
It was Al. You.
I never went nowhere else.
Beto James.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
I did my 7 years in Al's.
That's a
COVID
long
happened.
time.
Yeah, bro.
That's a long time.
Again, it was a situation where if I would have never had to leave, I would have never left. You feel me? And
It was an opportunity that landed on your lap.
yeah,
that
and
you had to attack
and
it.
bro, I read something that COVID year, and it said you put a shark in a fish tank, it will only outgrow its environment, and it will only grow around the
size
ship,
of a fish tank. Yeah.
You put a shark in
In
the ocean,
he gets as big as he wants.
you feel me? And that really impacted me till today. Mind you, I read that in COVID. We're in 2025, you feel me? So I took that. I went to the basement. James went in, helped me put a wall up. There was no wall. Like
In your house?
In my house.
Okay.
I'm in there a year, bro. Solid. Getting to this paper. Year later, I got my license.
Saving,
Yeah,
living
mind
under
you,
your
I'm
means.
7 years on Chestnut Al Shop, no license, no nothing, slacking, cause that's my fault.
That's your responsibility.
That was me,
Yeah.
slacking.
And Al's on your ass, yo, bro.
Bam, bam, bro, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it. Mind you, young, naive, I know it all. First year, I go to the basement. I'm focused. I see myself hungry. See myself, I gotta do it. You feel me? Now it's not just, is this for me? You feel me? So I get my license. Bro, my wife, she goes like, I go up one day, I'm happy, bro. I'm like, yo, I made like $1,000 this week. I'm chilling, yo. She was like, you're okay with that? Tú estás bien con eso, me dice. She's Spanish, so shout out to my wife, Nisa. I love you. You already know what it is. She was like, ¿tú estás bien con eso? Y yo le digo, ¿con qué? Like, con $1,000 Y yo le digo, and he said, you don't plan on doing anything else? Like, which is like, babe, you got the clients, you got people that believe in you, you got the support system. Like, why you're not doing anything? I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I didn't even think about this. I did not think about opening up a shop. I got way too comfortable in my basement. I got like to a point where I was like, shit, bro, I don't gotta pay rent for nobody. I'm chilling in here, pay my rent, get my money in my pocket. Then I'm like, nah, how am I gonna grow as a barber? You feel me? How am I gonna, as a person, how am I gonna grow? Bro, we're looking for a house. We're about to buy a house. Me and my wife about to buy a house. We're like, she got the Zillow app. One day she got a notification, and it was this barbershop, bro. This barbershop. We're looking for houses, mind you. We're not looking for locations to build a barbershop. In no business. We're looking for a house.
To live in.
To live.
Personal.
Yeah.
Personal residence.
Bro, she was like, yo, look at this. It was like 10 p.m. at night. We're laying down. I'm like, oh, shit. Yo, I know who used to be the owner of this. Like, I'm mad cool with him. It used to be Barbershop. Back in Marcus. He's cool person as well. Shout out to him. Then
I actually just saw him Friday at
Damn.
Rumps. I
Cool
told him
person, bro.
I told him I was shooting an episode out here. So shout out to Marcus.
Man, that's tough. Yeah,
crazy.
bro. He always shows love everywhere he goes. So,
So
I
it
see it's vacant.
Did it pop up as like a rental,
Yeah.
or was it like the whole building? How did
No,
that
it
work?
was like commercial space units for rent. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit him up. So I don't end up hitting him up. I'm cutting one of my personal clients, won't say no name, you know, just because he's like really important person. And I'm like, yo, listen, bro, look at this. And he's like, yo, listen, don't do anything. I'ma go ahead and shoot. You know, I know the people that are renting that.
Yeah, I'm
I know the realtor.
put the word in.
Oh yeah,
for
let
you
me
real quick.
talk to them first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, bet. So I go upstairs, hype. Yo, babe, he's gonna put in the word. La la. He called me like 2 hours later. I want to say 2-3 hours later. He goes like, listen, I got good news and bad news. I'm like, fuck. Shit. It's all emo. Dun dun dun. Bro, good news or bad news? I said, you know what? Give me the bad news, bro. He said, yo,
Are you superstitious when it comes to that?
yeah.
So you
bro,
want to know
hell
the bad news
I want to know
first?
the bad news. Fuck it. Once I get the bad news, it ain't shit.
Yeah.
Good news gotta be good. So he goes like, listen, you ain't gonna be cutting in your basement no more. That was the bad news.
Oh.
So I'm like, fuck. Shit. So what's the good news?
Yeah.
He's like, listen, when can you go see that? And I'm like, I'll go right now. He goes like, nah, let's square it up for tomorrow. Let's say 8 o'clock. You know, I don't really remember the time, but
Yeah.
let's say 8 o'clock. I know I woke up early. I was anxious. I was butterflies everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like,
am I
oh,
even gonna
shit.
get like
Yeah.
accepted? Like, I don't have credit. Bro, I don't have shit. I just got money. You feel me? Stacking. No PUA, none of that, bro.
Now, was that the money that you was gonna use towards the house?
Yes.
Okay.
Bro, exactly, bro. Thank you for pointing that out, because that was something that we were saving, me and my wife, like, yo, we're going to stack up. I bought a couple toys, and toys by like cars, bikes, all that cool shit. And then I'm like,
Yeah, you had the Mini Cooper with
Mini,
the turbo.
yeah. Everybody knew me, bro, because of the Mini.
What you had, 14s on there?
Nah, bro. I
No,
had,
no, they were
18s,
10s.
18s,
No, they were
bro,
10s.
18s.
They were
20.
10s.
Hey, they were clean, though. They were clean, though, bro.
Yo, but
Yo,
so you
but-
checked the spot out.
Yo, I
right?
came,
So with
bro.
the bull that put the word in, he said, "Yo, listen, come check it out."
No, he's like, listen, you gotta have to pull up because I won't be able to. But he's good people. Listen, he's my banker's brother. So I said, bet. So I'm like, yo, babe, can you come with me? She was like, let's go. I pull up. The guy pulls up like an hour late. I'm still here waiting. I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm not getting it. But now my wife's like, yo, chill. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, relax. And I'm like, yo, I'm just anxious, babe, because I never had this opportunity. So he pulls up. Bro, we come in this joint. This joint is destroyed. I don't know if it was because, you know, I don't know who destroyed it. I'm not going to say, but this place was destroyed.
Fucked up.
Fucked up. I got videos, you know, I had to take before and afters, you know. So I'm telling them in the way like, yo, listen, how much you renting this out for? 1,600.
This?
Yeah, 1,600.
This whole spot right
Everything. This room, that room.
You know, for those of y'all that can't see,
Bro,
it's not
it's-
just this.
no.
There's a room next door, a
Yeah.
small one.
And which I just rented out.
And,
Yes.
and there's a little hallway here, and
Pool
there's
table.
and there's 2 bathrooms. And believe it or not, no bullshit. Before you came here, we was in the bathroom shooting dice 100 a hand. This is before ownership.
Yo,
This is before ownership.
Before me, yo.
Just saying, we was in the bathroom shooting thousands of dollars. If you was around, y'all know,
know
who y'all
about that.
was. But
Exactly.
anyway, back
to
back
this.
to the 1,600.
Back to the
So the
1,600, bro.
1,600.
I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my wife like I could do it. I'm making that a week. I could do it.
Plus chairs, and
Plus
then
chair,
you start pricing everything, right?
Everything, bro. So I was thinking, like, my wife was like, yo, I think you should just start yourself. Because the thing is, if you guys don't know about opening up a shop, it's not just about having barber license. It's not just about having, like, everything check it up to code. Bro, like, in order to have barbers in here, you got to have your barber's license active. I think it's for 2 years. Then you could, like, be on some, like, yo, listen, you can have other barbers. Mind you, they got to be licensed. So if you have stations set up, it's letting like the inspectors know like, hey, you're willing to take any barbers. You feel me? But they gotta be licensed. So the first year, I'm like, fuck, I don't have nobody. It's just me. I know I could do it by myself. So the first year was just me balling it. Like first 6 months, let's say, I'm chilling in here, cutting. Mind you, before all that, bro, none of this was like this.
Yeah, you put it. You did. You guys did
You
put a
feel
lot of
me?
money.
Like, shout out
into
to my
this.
brother Wilfred, bro. Wilfredo. He was in here with me night and day, bro. Night and day. He's here now. That's my brother. He's always here. For whoever doubt that he's never here, he's here. So just know, shout out to my brother Will. He did everything with me, bro. He did walls, flooring, painting. Any idea that I had in my head, he was here. Shout out to Will Bebe. You know who you are, bro. He built my whole station. That joint was not like that. He believed in my dream just like anybody else
Bro,
that I'm shouting out.
that chair look like it's worth like 5 racks.
Bro, come on, man. Look at that. It took 4 years after upgrading, but shit.
That joint look like he got the chameleon paint.
Yo, I got that joint on
was
Temu,
dead.
bro. I got that joint
was
on
dead.
Temu.
No, yeah.
You got that shit in Temu,
Seeing
too.
is believing, bro.
What's
He
up,
got that
man?
joint dipped. That
Did,
joint
bro.
official.
Yes, sir, man.
But
Thank
so
God, bro.
how much money would you say you reinvested here?
All right, so me and my wife, he saved
Because it's
like
1600.
$1,600 a month.
Then, but
oh
your,
yeah,
your
back
down
to that.
payment,
Right, true,
all
bro.
that, yeah.
So we came. Me and my wife, he checked it out. He's like, "How's your credit?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna be 100% with you, bro. I have none. I have no credit. I do have money." And he said, "Don't worry. The person that put word on you, he said that you're good money, basically. Like your word counts."
Put a good word on you.
He put a good word, bro. So,
Shout out.
well,
That's what I'm saying. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Yes, bro. And I keep telling young bucks that it's not you. It could be the people around you that believe in you. You feel me? And he put the word in, bro. I'm like, yo, so I got that. I got the 1,600. He was like, yeah, but you need that 3 times since you don't have credit. I need that. I need 2 deposits and 1 down payment.
So this is about like 5 racks.
Easily,
Just about.
bro. Easily. Mind you, I have that saved for the house. Me and my wife, we have like 12 G's saved up. And that was like us trying to get a house. Like anything we could get. You feel me? So I got like 12 G's saved up. I'm like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to sell my Mini. Selling my
The
Mini.
Cooper?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Selling my Mini, selling my toys.
Yeah.
If he
Taking
gives
out
me,
your desires.
yeah,
Selling your desires
this
so
is
you could get-
material. This is material. This is forever, though.
That's my problem that I have.
Okay.
Bro, I got like 60 pairs of shoes, bro.
Come on, bro.
I got the Jeep. I had the Hellcat. I just sold the Hellcat.
You sold it?
I did sell
What
the
the
Hellcat.
fuck?
Swear to God. I sold the Hellcat, and it was more so that
Material.
the materials is what's gonna hold you back into growing.
Bro.
You feel
Yes,
me?
bro.
So when I
Damn,
when I
deep.
started like thinking about that, I'm like, damn, bro, I can have like
You
a mini
could.
mansion or some shit like that. Feel me?
but
I'm
we're
out
focused
here.
on the fucking.
I'm focused. I'm not focused,
Not
but it was
focused,
just
but you-
it was
you're
my
investing
want.
in a
Yeah,
Hellcat,
it was
you
just
feel
my
me?
want. I wanted it.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And
But
what- yo,
sometimes you gotta put
question-
your wants aside.
Yo, that's what I'm about to ask you now. All right. So you won it. After you got it, how did you feel?
Bro, no bullshit.
You wanted
When-
that, right?
No, listen, I'll tell
When
you.
after you got it, how did you feel?
When I got it, right? And we're talking about the Hellcat. 'cause I
Okay, yeah.
I really wanted that car. For the people that know,
Who did it? Bro, who doesn't want that?
listen.
Ya,
So
puñeta,
when I
por toda la esquina.
when I was able to get it,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? And I got it. I felt like I won. I felt successful. I felt like I'm
I
on
got
top
it.
of the world.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I felt like nobody could tell me nothing.
Nothing.
But then it was what came with it that made me realize that it wasn't worth having it. The attention,
Nacho, ¿verdad? Cada vez que tú pasas, todo el mundo está.
no solo el mundo, los policías también.
También.
You see what I'm saying? Like the attention, the back talk, the the words from other people because you know I'm a well-known guy.
Sí,
and people
exacto,
fuck
bro.
with me. So when I
El que
hear
no te
somebody
conoce no sabe nada. Papi, YellowCord Podcast. Papi, ponte serio, puñeta.
listen, so I got that good rapport with people that if somebody's saying bad about me and they defend me to the T and they're like, nah, he's still this, I'm gonna find out about it because they fuck with me.
Exacto.
They gonna tell me. You feel me? It was a lot of mal de ojo, bro, all over that. A lot of it. And it was like, bro, like, y'all should be happy. I remember I threw a video up when I first got the Hellcat. And I threw a video up on it, you know, just talking
Sí,
about shit
cabrón.
and all
¿Cómo
that.
que no?
You know,
You
because
just
I'm
did something that you thought you was not gonna do.
exactly. And, you know, it was either to trap for it or to rap for it or to do some shit like that. But once I got it, and I was like, this shit's sitting. I only drive it on the weekends. I'm paying $100 to fill the tank up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, ¿en serio,
yeah,
cabrón?
I'm that serious, bro. Yeah.
100 pesos.
Yeah. So when I listen,
Diablo,
so when I got rid of it, I didn't even feel
That.
too bad. Yeah, you feel me? Like once I got
No.
rid of this shit, I'm like, all right, now it's time to look bigger for the bigger
Yeah,
picture.
that's how I felt with the Mini. Because I felt like that, bro. I felt like once I got that, like, everybody that knows me, I like cars, you know? That's my hobby. But I never felt like that was something future.
Yeah,
But
so you sold it.
I
and then what else?
sold everything, bro. I
Okay.
sold everything.
And got the shop.
Yeah, the guy was like, give me 3 payments of 1,600. Y yo le digo, I got it. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, I got it cash though. Nah, put it in money orders. I got you. Go the very next day. I'm like, hey, listen, I got the money orders. It was like, oh, listen, we have another person coming to look at the shop. I'm like, fuck.
Bro, but why would the fuck he would tell you give me 3 payments if
That's my lady was pissed.
like why would you tell me that and
Why
I did
would
it
you tell me
and
that
then
and I go do the money orders, bro?
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? I felt like he was testing me though, bro. Cause then he's like, I see how hungry you are. Like, you know what? You got it. He didn't even bother. Like, he had that person coming in through, but he was like, nah, you know what?
he already sold to you.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna keep my word.
Yeah, but once he said that to you, you was like, why are you testing my
Yeah, bro. I was like, bro, how am I gonna get my money back? Cause money orders, you can only, you feel me? You can't get, that's money, but to businesses, you feel me? If you don't know about that, you'll know that you can't use money orders everywhere. So, long story short, I got the shop. My man Wilfred was here, bro, daily. My wife, she did these walls. I don't know if the camera could catch it, but these accent walls, bro, that was my wife. Every day she'll come in and sponge it up. She'll sponge everything up. And I'm like, damn, baby, that shit look crazy. This shit look crazy. It's coming along how I pictured it. So I come from buying 1 station to getting 4. So my tab ran up to like 16 G's.
investing in here.
Just invest. That was just chairs.
Not including the 5
stations.
bands you just spent on money.
On-
So you're
on-
like 20.
Easily, bro.
Okay.
Mind you, I didn't think that. I didn't think none of that. Like, I'm thinking like, yo, you could just get a chair. No, it's not that easy. And since
And you got to start the design and
Yeah,
then know
bro.
how you want it and, and shit like
and
that.
especially
The
if
color scheme, the
everything,
branding.
Yes, branding yourself.
Talking about the branding. How did you end up coming up with the logo of the
Yo.
scissors, the cut, and all
I'm
that?
glad you asked me that, bro. Shout out to Henry Santos, bro. We were in the basement. We were in the fucking cut. We were in the cut, my basement. Mind you, my name is The Cut. So we're like, yo, I'm like, yo, he's always telling me, like, yo, I know you can open up a shop. I know you can, bro. Like, come on, why you tripping? Like, why you slacking? I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. I didn't think I was there. He was like, yo, but I think the name should be The Cut, In the Cut. It was like In the Cut. And I'm like, oof, that sounds crazy. In the Cut. So they start manifesting. Then I'm like, yo.
And then you're repairing shit.
I'm repairing,
and all
then I'm
that.
like, yo.
So before you get into the whole repairing thing, right? Because I gotta go ahead and give a shout out off the repairing topic since we on there.
Yes, sir.
Let me go ahead and give a shout out to
Shout out to
Final
them.
Touch Home repairs, all right? If you need painting, staining, landscaping, carpet installation, drywall installation, anything repair, and your household or whatever, go hit up Kevin Chia. Down below is at his phone numbers and all that. Local entrepreneur. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
Doing this
sir.
thing. So, you know,
Yo, shout out to him.
I might need you to do my floors or something.
Bro,
I
I
don't
might
know.
need you in here.
Feel me? But
Real
yeah,
rap.
make sure y'all go ahead and follow that Instagram down below. Give him a call right here. get your free estimate,
Damn,
and then
that's
see
what's
what
up.
he could hit you with for the price. So yeah, you repaired everything. Everything's coming together.
Yeah,
you
mind
got
you,
the
like-
logo. There's rugs. There's merch.
Bro,
There's all
everything,
that.
everything.
How did you end up getting James?
Bro,
Cause I'm only bringing him because the two other ones came after.
Yeah.
I'm only bringing him because I know he's wise as far as the barbershop game.
Yeah,
How
man.
to be an owner. He's been there. He's done it, and he's
Yeah.
trying to see you do great. How did you lock that in from
yeah,
being
man.
at
over there.
wherever
So,
he was at?
bro, he just shot me a call one day, and I'm like, listen, I'm doing my own thing. I was doing it calladito. Tú sabes cómo son los boricuas, los hispanos. Que dicen,
everybody talking. Yo,
Uno-
at the doc.
sí, y uno sí sabe, pues no dice las cosas para que no se sale. So it won't, para que no se le echen el mal ojo. So,
Because you're superstitious.
yeah, again, that's just me. Uno habla, y this big,
And it don't happen.
and you feel me, bro? He hit me up, and I'm like, listen, I already got a shop. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I got a shop already. Where? Like, yo, bro, 853 Manor Street. Slide, my nigga, slide, bro. And he slide. He's like, bro, this is, like, you really got this? I'm like, yeah, bro.
He's seen the potential.
He's seen it all, bro. That wall, that was him. You feel me? Flooring, that was him. Flooring in the back, that was him. My ideas, también, bro. Like, I constantly have ideas, and he's like, let's do it. Never stops. He always puts, like, the best interest. Again, he had his own business, the shop chop. And on, I want to say Lime and King, where the franchise
the
is
franchise is at.
Yeah,
Okay,
shout out to the franchise as well. You
Yeah.
already know.
Shout out. I think that's
All the
GI and
barbers,
them.
bro. We're not in competition here. Everything is love. And I feel like that's something that has always helped me out, that I don't feel like I'm in competition with nobody. As far as like James, always inputting that OG mentality. That's what's crazy too. I was never around young bucks. Or like even when I was a young buck, I was around OGs.
The old heads, yeah.
You feel me? That always put game. I was always around people that if they were my age, they were wise. They were always like about their money. Man, I'm just grateful for the people I have around me.
Yeah.
James was, again, a big impact. Jaciel, even though he's young, bro, he impacts my life. Because he do things where I'll be like, damn, I used to live in myself. You feel me? My man's is like 21. Killing
And
it,
his
bro.
clientele
Bro,
is
clientele's
crazy. I'm not
A1.
lying to you, bro.
A1.
And it's the services he gives. It's not like he's strong in one type of cut.
No,
he's not
papi,
just strong in
exótico.
fades.
Exótico,
He's
papi.
like, yo, he's versatile. Yo, I could do a shape up,
Yeah.
eyebrows, male enhancement,
Todo, papi.
wash your hair,
Sí.
all that. You know what I'm saying?
Y yo me siento cabrón. Bro, I feel good.
Because you got a little team.
Yeah, bro.
Now how does that feel being a leader of the team? Is there any type of chemistry and balance at times because of disagreements and shit like that? Because
Yeah.
we're always talking about the good and being a barbershop owner, but
Yeah.
how are you so positive that this team is the one that you wanted to lock in?
That's a good question, bro. I just believed in them just like they believed in me at one point. Feel me? I was young, stupid, naive. I know it all. And I seen the same thing in them, both of them.
Bubba's.
Bro,
Nah, Bubba's.
Bubba's knows it all. Again, that's good. In a generation we live in, bro. He has put me on to some things that where I'll be like, I don't like that, and he's like, bro, you don't gotta like it. There's people out there that's what they like. You feel me? You gotta get out your comfort zone, and having young people around me, and then having James as like the OG. You feel me?
Yeah, because it's like when you're not around, you're able to pass that throne at
To
the
James.
the
Oh,
management.
yes.
Yo, listen.
Oh, for sure,
I'm
bro.
not gonna be around.
Here's
But
the
if
key.
you're gonna have the key open, and James
Yeah.
stays very late, whatever, because
Always.
I'm normally his
Yeah,
last
you're
appointment.
like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
But
Faithfully.
so when you talk about balance, as far as like, having your team, and we're talking solely about the barbershop, how do you balance your at-home life with your managerial entrepreneur life here? And I know it's difficult
Yes.
because a lot of the females want the attention, they
Yeah,
want the thing,
man.
but I'm gonna tell you this right now: either you want a guy with a lot of time and no money, or you want a guy with a lot of money and no time.
Oof.
What you
Damn.
want me to do? Listen, I know it's your soft girl
Yeah,
era.
that's by
I
right
know.
there, bro.
Listen, I know it's your soft girl era, but baby, I gotta work. I have to. I gotta work, bro. You want the Chevy Tahoe?
that?
You want the big crib
the
and all
Audi?
that? Let's look past the social media fucking stereotypes and let's focus on between me and you and what goals we gotta accomplish. Let me put my fucking work in. But anyway,
Yeah, bro.
back to you with
The
the
balance is hard, bro. Then again, I just had, I'm blessed, bro.
You got
I
two
got
kids.
a nice family, 2 kids.
Beautiful kids, man. I'm gonna go ahead and beautiful.
I'm
2
blessed,
boys.
bro. 2 boys.
You lucky motherfucker.
Yo, they're the future barbers, bro.
Yo.
They already. I'm embedding that shit in them.
Anyway.
So, yeah, man, it's hard, cause you try to be here full time, at least mentally. Mentally, you want to be here full time. You got to be here. Now it's not. What's crazy is people think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be myself. I have my barbershop. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna do. No, bro, it's not you anymore. The barbershop talks about you.
And not only that, your coworkers or
Everyone.
your teammates, if they don't see that leadership, because some of them want the leadership
Yeah.
in order to keep them in line. If they don't got that type of
Yeah.
leadership, then they'll just go.
Yeah, bro.
Because they feel as though they could do whatever the fuck they want.
Exacto. Yo voy a hacer lo que quiera. Este cabrón hace lo que
You
quiera.
feel me? So
No.
you're a good leader. You're a good
Yeah, bro.
father.
Try to be understanding, at least, in a sense of like, even when I say no, like in a sense like, well, let's say I disagree with Yaciel or Khalid or James.
Even your
Let's say-
chick, if you disagree with your
With my chick, I'll just try to
Y'all
explain
argue.
why.
Yeah.
Now I'm communicating more. I used to be the worst person to communicate my feelings. I try to hear people out, but now I've noticed myself having, like, when I have kids now, like, I'll be more patient. You know what's crazy, bro? I asked God before I even have my kids, like, because I would try to prepare myself to be a dad, which that's nothing that you could prepare yourself.
Either you got it or
You got
don't.
it, you don't, bro. So I would tend to ask God, like, God, if there's nobody here, like if there's somebody in my circle right now that's not here to support
To
me,
genuinely be
to
your boy.
genuinely love me, please remove them. Remove them. And it's crazy how I had the closest people next to me be removed. And I'll go through shit. I'm human. I cry. I go through emotions where I'll be like, I don't show them, but just checking in the people that tend to be the most happy and tend to be like, oh, there's nothing wrong. Just check in on them, because those be the people that be genuinely going through hell.
Behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors, they're going through hell, and
Because they don't want to affect everybody else around them.
They want to. You see that you're that part, that puzzle that you be like, damn, I'm keeping these people next to me, and I keep them motivated. I keep them genuinely, like, I show love. You feel
Right.
me? So just keeping a balance, just keeping mentally, like, I try, like, let's say for instance, I'm done today. I'll go home. I'm gonna play with my son. I'm gonna ask my wife how her day went.
Yeah. That's the life.
That's life.
That's the life that you want. Be
feel
an
me? So-
entrepreneur, get the money that you got to do,
Yeah.
come home,
Money
and see
comes
how
and
everybody
goes.
else
You know what's
is.
crazy? I kept telling my wife that, because my wife was a person where she'll be on some, like, she'll get money, and no shade on that, because I love that about her, that she will get money, but she'll think money was everything until she met me. Then she understood that money wasn't everything. Money's
There's
not
qualities that are worth more than money.
Yeah, she understood that time. Right now, she got her own business. Shout out to Sweet Cravings by End. That's a baking. Everybody know who she is. They get their cakes from her. She's genuinely the best to me, the best baker out there. I know there's a lot of good bakers out there, but to me, she's the best. So, yeah, man, like just a good support system around you is what builds an environment of success. So,
As being a barbershop owner.
yeah, man.
All right, so right before we get up out of here, because we're almost at an hour.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So is there
Damn.
any, yeah, I told you, it flows.
Damn, it
when
went
people
fast.
start talking and all that,
It goes
flows.
good though, bro.
Yeah,
But you
so
know it's always good
I
vibes.
I got one more question for you. You've been here 4 years.
Yep.
Any goals, any plans, anything you got up your sleeves, or is that something that you're trying to keep in the top based off what you
I'll
was
give you
talking
a
about?
sneak peek. I'll give you a sneak peek, bro. Teacher barber's license coming soon.
Get the money,
Coming
man.
soon,
Get the
bro.
money. Listen,
You
man.
already
Listen, we're going to go
know.
ahead and wrap up episode
Wrap it
10
up.
at the Yellow Cord Podcast. I'm your host, That Yellow Poppy. Shout out Orly. Bless him with 4 years
You
of
already
being
know,
here, man.
Shout out to 4 more.
It was your anniversary, so I'm
Thank
like, yo,
you,
it's
bro.
only right, man, that we go ahead and shoot this joint. But please, if you haven't, like, comment, subscribe at the bottom for your business promos. Hit up the DM. We're always looking to do anything that you're promoting, all right? And
Yes,
pretty
sir.
soon we're gonna tap into different avenues. You know, I might
Okay.
might do some artists on here. You know, do
Yeah.
some of the music and all that.
Should
I'm
we
trying
see
to
if
touch.
it's be some freestyle up in this show?
Yeah, I'm trying to do different, different avenues so that it's not just focused on one category
No,
and
right.
everybody's open to come on here. And listen, sponsorships and all that, I'm open for them. Just hit me up. We're ready to do whatever. Orly,
Let's get it, bro.
I already appreciate
Thank
you
you.
having me here, man.
Thank you for believing in me as
Episode
well.
10.
Into many more.
Year 4 for you, and I hope you keep this joint rolling.
Let's
man.
get it, bro.
But we
Thank
gonna
you.
get up out of here, man. I'm out.
My man.